Say hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me, as he is every Saturday, is my guy Dabby Cab. Dabby Cab, how are you?
I'm good. I can't see Twitter, but I think that's for a lot of people. So anybody that follows me on Twitter, I can't see my fucking Twitter right now. So hopefully you're in here so you can hear everything that's going on.
Fair enough. I didn't understand what you meant about not being able to see your Twitter, but now I know what you mean. It happens to me now.
You can't see yours now too?
Yeah, no, my timeline's not updating. Is basically
good. So then it's not just me. I was like, fuck, they finally got me for all those unreleased Juice WRLD songs.
That would be funny. That would be funny if Twitter came in and said, no more Juice WRLD for Dabby Cab. But shout out to everyone joining us here as well. I'm glad you guys have that notifications turned on for YouTube, so you know we're live. Subscribing as always, and the members as always. We appreciate you, my guys. I had a winning day yesterday, Cab. Thank God. The sun and the stars are out. Thank you, heaven. I had a winning day.
I thought like last Saturday we were like 2 units away from positive with you.
That's exactly what happened, I think. It's been a rough week. I shit my pants this week. I've said many times I'm the streakiest capper alive. When I have a great day, we can roll into having a couple good days in a row. When I have a bad day, I have 3 or 4 bad days in a row, and it's ugly. So we're going to do this all again. And let's figure this shit out, because it's a full card here, Dabby. I've got 1 bet official. I have 2 other bets that I have, circled down. I have confidence again because, shout out to me. I was right about the Astros winning. I got their team total, which was great. We'll take that. But, missed out some big plus money.
That team total was a good bet. I should have been on the – I'm mad that first 5 over didn't get there. It pushed, so I guess it wasn't a loss. But, of course, the Astros put up 3 runs in the fucking 6th.
I was mildly interested in the first 5 over in this game today with a low total there. So I was very interested there. But let's fucking go, guys, because I'm excited to talk baseball again. It's a pretty decent card. I also avoided some landmines. Apologies to all the people that bet the Orioles. I bet Orioles first 5 team total over. That lost, obviously, but Orioles money line went down in flames immediately. I still had some hopes at the very least, but yes, it was an interesting day around baseball.
Yo, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
And I don't mean this in a rude way. But, I was looking at your bets yesterday. I look at your bets every day. I root for you, Jose. I tell you that all the time.
That's not true. He makes fun of me all the time, guys.
It is fucking true. Whether you think it or not, I root for you. I look at your bets, and I don't look at anybody's bets. And I looked at them. I was like, oh, he's going to have a good day. I was like, I like these bets. And then I saw the additions, and it said some shit like ERA over 2.5. And I guess the Orioles' first 5 team total wasn't that bad. But I'm like, man, what the fuck, Jose? What the hell kind of bet is ERA over 2.5? What is that?
Earned runs.
Earned runs. I know what fucking earned runs are, man. What are you betting ERAs over 2.5?
It's the same thing as betting like a first 5 team total. It's the same exact
so why are you getting so? Why is it so weird? Did it cash?
No, of course not. Because the cunt.
Don't add weird shit to your
card. No, I'll tell you what happened. Bryce Miller comes out there, pitches phenomenally, just fucking great. First 3 innings. Then 4th inning, he starts picking at his fingers. Motherfucker has a blister and walks a guy, gives up a 2-run home run. I'm like, huh? Do I have a chance? They take him out immediately. Fucking blister. Immediately. I was like, fuck this guy. God. It was very frustrating. That's one of those spots where maybe I should have taken just team total there. But whatever, because obviously the fucking Rays go out there and just smash. I'm on them today again, so we'll talk about that game again. So it's going to be very funny. So, okay, let's move on. Let's talk about these games. Padres, Reds here. Michael Wacha back in our lives here versus Brandon Williamson. And we all know kind of what the Padres do against lefties. And it's ugly. It's ugly what they do to them. They abuse them. Second best in the last month, 139 weighted runs created plus, only behind your Rangers, Cab. full season, they're 5th. I don't trust Brandon Williamson at all, but I definitely don't trust the Padres either, because this Reds team just refused to die yesterday. I was watching the game, and it'd be like Padres take the lead going into the 9th inning. Alexis Diaz blows like his first lead of the year. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, the Reds are cooked, blah, blah, blah. Of course, they tie the game. I'm like, wow, okay. Same thing happens on the 10th inning. Oh, Padres take the lead by like 2. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is over, right? Padres are going to win this game 4-2, blah, blah, blah. Reds again. They fucking come back again. And then down to their last out. A 2-run home run, down 1.
Imagine betting the over last night or yesterday in that game.
Imagine betting the under in that game. Oh, my God. I'd be sick.
Well, I don't like to imagine gross things like that.
Jesus. No, I imagine the worst. I only imagine the worst. So it was a shocking game. I just really never feel comfortable betting against the Reds, I guess, now. Plus 134. Actually, plus 134 last night, now up to plus 141, minus 170 from Michael Wacha and his return. I just don't want to, lay any kind of juice really betting the Padres right now. This is a potentially rain-affected game, I should say, so always keep that in mind here as well. Votto in the lineup here for the Reds. Let's check batter versus pitcher real quick, Debbie Cat, because I actually was like, do I want to start betting some Jack of the Days here? Because there was a spot the other day with the Reds, actually. It was Lance Lynn, and I was like, oh, Mike Moustakas, Ohtani, Trout, all 3 of them have home runs. 3 home runs against the dude. And I was
First
like,
off, if we're going to use Jack of the Day, shout out our guy Ian. Don't just take somebody's term second. You're a good gambler. Stop adding weird shit. Just bet what you know.
Well, I'm giving the people what they want. People love the Jacks of the Day, and I'm just giving out a shout out to the guy, Joey Votto, like Rick J is saying in here. Joey Votto in the lineup, 2 home runs off of him, hitting 370 off of him in 53 plate appearances. So that's
pretty damn good.
So that's something to keep an eye out as well. But I had nothing on this game, Debbie Cab. I'd love to hear your take on the fighting Reds.
Fuck the Padres, man. Even in a situation where I think this screams Padres, I've thought that multiple times over the last 5 games, and they haven't won a single one. The Padres have the advantage in this matchup. It's flat simple because the Reds' weakness is pitching, which is going to make winning in this game even harder for them with Williamson on the mound. And like you said, Padres smashed lefties. Wacha's been dominant too. He's limited opponents to 2 or fewer runs in 9 consecutive performances. I'll say that again. He's limited opponents to 2 or fewer runs in 9 consecutive performances. That's outstanding. In June, he had a 1.54 ERA. Having a tough time. In his 5 starts in June, he's got a 6.29 ERA. He's given up 6 home runs in those 5 starts during that span. And like you said, and I've said, the Padres are just outstanding against lefties. So, I mean, this game screams Padres. I don't know. Everything.
Okay, beautiful. Sorry, you cut out there for me. Sorry. I'm sure that was probably awkward, but I was just watching your blank face, and I was like, oh, he's going to come back.
You look like this.
Fair enough. Good. By the way, Michael Wacha coming back off of a shoulder injury. This is his first start since the 19th. No rehabs. 0 rehabs for Michael Wacha there as well. I don't know if you heard any of that, Cap, because you cut out again there for me.
Is it me cutting out?
I think it's me. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's me, but we'll figure it out as the show comes along. But yeah, a rehab shoulder injury for Michael Wacha coming back. 0 rehab starts for him. So I thought that was very interesting. I'll be honest. So it's okay. By the way, Big O saying I look like I have scrubs on. Shout out to you, Big O. That's my daytime job. I'm a part of Grey's Anatomy. Shout out to Sabino and Guano. Padres first 5 -8 for Damon Santori. Shout out to you, Damon. My guy, Nasty Nate, in here as well, by the way, saying it was you. So never mind. I guess it is you, maybe. Eric Jones in here with his best friend, Justin. Jack Roseplant. Rocco Rogers. Benny 1 of 1. Shout out to Jacqueline for joining us. Mike M. giving us a little Bogart RBI in here as well. Shout out to him. Xander Bogarts EQ, Steve G, J Stone 9. Appreciate you guys as always in here. Mickey Cohen. Let's get after it today, guys. It's gonna be a good day. Appreciate everyone in here for joining. Cab, you can tell the difference, Cab, between a day that I get offered the previous day and a winning day after. You can always tell the difference. So shout out.
You don't got any sand in your vagina?
No, I was gonna say there's just more people watching, but there's always sand in my vagina. I'm a sandy fucking beach. I'm a sandy fucking beach. They call me Corpus Christi, not because of the water quality, because all the sand in my pussy. Let's talk Yankees Cardinals doubleheader here, Dabby Cab. No official lines for the second one, so I didn't even make a graphic for it. We'll talk about it. It's going to be Garrett Cole in the second game, allegedly versus Matty Libb. We'll see. And right now is Luis Severino versus Jack Flaherty. Now, doubleheader matchups get a little wonky, but this is the first one they have listed out there. So let's talk about it. I mean, I've been befuddled by this game since yesterday. I just really don't know what to do with this Yankee squad that I don't trust. They're bad at hitting. They keep finding ways to win. I know they beat the A's, which doesn't really count, so I'm not really worried about that. I don't think the offense is going to show up again. And I don't trust the Cardinals. I've trusted the Cardinals at several points, and they fucking cost me money every single time. I can't stand the Cardinals. I made the worst bet of my year on the Cardinals earlier this week. So all I have to say is I've thought about betting the under here, Dabby Cabin, and I'll show out the markets real quick because I forgot to do it for the first game. 76% of bets and 70% of the money on the Yankees here, unsurprisingly, because everyone piling on. Bet the Yankees, bet the Yankees. Totals-wise here is what's fascinating to me. 37% of the bets, but 94% of the money on the under. And
wait, what? Hold on, because it's moved towards the over.
Oh, really? I had 9 last night.
It was because the first 5 you could get 4.5 last night, and today you can only get 5. Last I checked.
See, that's interesting, lads. I had 9 for the full game total. I didn't have my first 5s available, so I'm glad you mentioned that.
Because I was looking at that first 5 over, and it just kept fucking go. It kept going. It was like minus 108, like low juice at 4.5 last night when I was looking at it, and then it just kept going up through the night. And this morning, I couldn't find any 4.5s.
Yeah, and I have only 5s now as well. So all of that money on the under. It's just surprising that we like the over here. Troy Torrance saying great market conditions for the Cardinals here as well, and he said the line did go from 8.5 to 9 for a lot of books. So there we go. I didn't have 8.5, so thank you for mentioning that as well, my guy Troy. Appreciate you. And by the way, thank you, Steve G. Maybe that's another nickname we just have. Sandy Bull.
I mean, let me ask you this. This is what I look at when I think about totals. I look at tons of shit, but like I don't mean to simplify it, but I talked to Jimmy about this yesterday. Do you think either of these pitchers are going to have a quality start?
I think both of them could, honestly. I don't think
yes or no.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think that Jack Flaherty, I know he's coming off of 2 horrible 6-inning or 6 earned run starts. I think he could dominate this Yankees lineup. I really do.
You really do. Yeah, I mean, anybody can dominate this. Any right-hander could dominate this Yankees lineup. So I can see that.
I mean that's good. Severino coming off of a good start in his own right. So I can see why people are betting the under here. But after that, the market, when you use that movement, I honestly would bet the over,
Yeah, in the first 5. I think both of these pitchers
I would like the full game more personally. Because you had the 4.5. And now it's 5. That's what's gross to me. So I would bet full game personally.
Yeah, but a 5 is a push if it lands on it instead of an L. Since some of them might be a 5.5. Anyways, I'm just going to leave it at this. I think both of these pitchers can get touched up today.
I think I'm going to move on the St. Louis Cardinals. So this is going to be another day of fucking motherfucking the Cardinals here. So it's going to be fun. St. Louis Cardinals money line minus 117 at our friends at Bet Online. Again, I will keep repeating this because it is very important for us, for the pub, and even for you. If you need another book, go to Pub Sports Radio's website, pubsportsradio.com. You'll see the lovely logos of several books up there. Click on them and sign up for an account if you need a book. They'll give you a deposit match up to $1,000. They'll match that shit 100%. So get your fucking money in there. Start gambling with us. Have some fun on Bet Online. They've got great odds. And sign up through the Pub Sports Radio website so they know we sent you. Cardinals money line for me. This is going to be a fun one, and I hope.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
Troy Torrance saying Severino is going to get shelled. I so fucking hope so.
Shout out to our guy Mickey Cohen in the chat. He puts his plays out, recaps them honestly. So I know Jose knows, but anybody who does that, I have respect for because they know how hard this shit is. So shout out to him.
Shout out to Mickey. Game 2 is Garrett Cole versus Matthew Libb, allegedly. This series, or I should say this doubleheader, had split all over it. There's not much we can say about it because no line, whatever. But I think that this is split 100% of the way. What do you think?
What?
Like said, this is a doubleheader. Game 2 of the doubleheader. What do you think about it?
About the second game or the fact that it's a doubleheader? I don't understand
the second game.
Let me pull my stuff up. Who's on the mound?
It's Cole Liberador. You know what? Don't even worry about it, Cap. We don't know the lines.
What's the line?
We don't know the lines. That's why I was.
There's got to be a reason why I haven't fucking capped it.
Yes. So nothing's out about it yet. So that's why I'm saying don't even worry about it. It'll be interesting. And by the way, Sevy getting hit and Jay Flair first 5 there. Arenado over 1.5 bases and home run. And Cardinals first 5 team total over there for Rocco. All right. Let's move on here. Red Sox, Blue Jays. The Red Sox beat the Blue Jays last night 4-0 in a satisfying victory because it has been a while since the Red Sox have won a game. So that was nice. The Red Sox have, or should I say the Blue Jays have yet to beat the Red Sox this year, shockingly enough. And now they're minus 175. I thought that was a little aggressive. Does that mean I'm betting the Red Sox money line here today? No. I still don't trust this baseball team. Unfortunately, Cutter Crawford, he's a much better reliever than he is starter. I will admit that. And unfortunately, due to his name, Dabby, I have to ask you this. You're a former pitcher. I heard this on a podcast. Cutter Crawford, obviously, he throws a cutter, but his cutter sucks. People are hitting 370 off of his cutter.
Maybe he shouldn't throw that pitch.
Can you not throw a cutter when your name is Cutter? Can you just dump the cutter?
Well, I mean, you heard what I said. If that's really your question, you heard what my first answer was.
I don't know.
You're almost getting 400 off it, Cutter. You might want to stick to the 2-seam and the 4-seam, my guy.
I don't think you can let it go if that's your name. I think you got to eat it.
I don't know, man. I think maybe he needs to start throwing a slider and just calling it a cutter and saying, I got the best cutter in the world.
Man, shout out to my guy, Cut Crawford there. He struggled for 6 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs against the White Sox. That was fine. 5 innings shutout against the Minnesota Twins. Great. I don't trust him here, and I don't trust him enough for a little offense or for stopping this offense. Vlad Guerrero hits 500 off of him, 4 for 7. No power, no extra base hits, only singles, so that's at least a good sign. And then like Santiago Espinal hits 500 off of him. And then again, no power. The only people with extra base hits are Chapman, who went 3 for 5 against him, and Lowe Bichette, 1 for 6 against him with a double. So, Dabby, I was just thinking first 500 here again. I bet it last night, cashed it fairly easily. The Red Sox offense is fucking garbage fire, obviously. I know their numbers are against lefties are pretty decent, but it's just can't trust them. Boston against lefties this month, 22nd, 84 weighted runs created plus. That sounds about right. Full season, they're 13-104. Yusei Kikuchi, again, good this year. Got crushed against the Red Sox once already, which is another scary part of trying to bet this under.
You say Kikuchi. I say Coochie.
True. Dennis Garcia. Dennis Garcia fucking killed me the other day. He calls him Yusai for Cy Young, and I fucking died. Yusai Kikuchi. Ultimately, here again, I lean under here, but let me read the market here because I shut up to my guy BJ reminding me of it because I keep forgetting. Red Sox money line wise here, and this is crazy. I don't know if this is very. It feels like this happens all the time for the Red Sox, but 37% of the bets and 81% of the money on them here today. Very surprising there. By the way, last night this line was minus 160, now up to minus 175 with all that money on them. So that's not a good sign there for the Red Sox. Totals wise here, 41% of the bets and not 83% of the money on the under here as well. It's gone from apparently on action allegedly it's gone from 9.5 to 9, but I had this at 9 as well last night. So I don't know about you there. First 5 under would be my lean, but I don't think I'm going to make anything official as of now.
Look at you. You're growing up, I feel like, right in front of our eyes, man.
Don't, Cab, you say that. I'll fucking bet it, Cab. I'll fucking bet it.
I assumed you would. Even as you were telling us for the second time that you lean it, I was like, so is he going to bet it yet? Or is it now? Is it now? Is it now? 83. Look at that line again. Make sure you got some kind of principles you're sticking to.
Hold on. Let me look at the line.
You can do this, Jose. I'll talk about it for a second, okay?
It's 5, Cab. It's 5.
Uh-huh.
It's first 5 under 5. Again.
That 5 should look. I don't have anything tracking it to show, but I swear when it's 5, it either pushes or goes over. There's a reason it's not 4.5.
All right. We'll see.
Pay attention to what I said there, not just for this game, because this is just one game. But see if I'm right about that, because I should have been tracking it, but I swear when that number's at 5, man.
I've lost a lot of them. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, that shit lands on 5 or over whenever it's on 5. When it's at 4.5, it might go under though. All right, but look, I'll say this. Kikuchi is 7-2 here. The team just rallies behind him because his 3.75 ERA leaves a little bit there to want more of. But lately he's been outstanding. He hasn't allowed 2 or more runs since back all the way on May 24th, which is just outstanding. His last 2 starts, he's gone 13 innings combined for those 2, only given up 4 hits and 1 run in those 2 starts. So as of late, he's been on fire. He's their best pitcher for sure. I don't know what it is about when I bet on the Blue Jays, they can't hit, but they've still got an offense that ranks in the top 10 in all fucking categories, basically. So, you've got Kikuchi.
So weird, Cab, that they have a great offense, and I just feel like they never show up.
Ever. Bro, I sit there and I look at their numbers. I'm like, where do these even come from?
Exactly. I'm like, how are they so high? I've never seen
where do these numbers come? Bro, I swear, there's got to be an excellent, they maybe when they score, they pile it on double digit type games or something. I don't know, because I'm telling you, it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. I would probably lean Toronto here, but like you said, Toronto, the Red Sox have kicked their ass this season. But with Kikuchi on the mound, man, I'd look Toronto. I've got a couple bets today, actually, more than one, but this isn't one of them.
All right. I'm not betting the under.
I thought for sure you were.
I am betting Red Sox team total over 3.5. Unfortunately, it's juice. Minus 130. This is, again, shaping up. This card, my card right now, looks a lot like my card yesterday. I took Astros team total over 3.5 minus.
Bro, didn't I just say this fool's given up 2 runs in his last 2 starts?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Dabby Cab. Do you think Yusei Kikuchi is going to do that again? Because his last 2 starts was the Oakland A's, we all know are shit, and then the Miami Marlins were actually good. I don't
not
think
on offense though.
I don't think he'll keep it up. And again, he faced the Red Sox at Fenway this year, 4 1/3, 9 hits, 5 earned runs there, and a 7-6 loss. Hey, you say give up 2. Give up 2.
Now you sound like me. Keep going. Give up 2, and then you'll get 2 from the bullpen.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Their bullpen sucks ass.
Now you're thinking like baseball.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind during this game. BJ. I don't understand this move either. I obviously am a little confuzzled.
You went from first 5 under to the Red Sox team total.
Yeah. And the market is all around this place. And let me look up real quick. I want to look up because what helped yesterday, the total runs. Yusei Kikuchi over 2.5 ERAs is plus 115 right now. Very interesting. And Cutter Crawford's, by the way, is minus 150. So that feels like a sign.
What's the point in that bet? You get a little bit better number than the first 5 team total because there's a chance of errors. Like what?
I haven't thought about the
think about what I just said there, right?
Yes,
that's got to be the.
I don't know if an unearned run will count.
Well, of course it won't count. It's earned runs. Read.
Well, here's the thing, Cab. If the score's 3-2 and my motherfucker's out there, he gave up those runs, I want my money.
Well, that does not mean they're earned runs. You know how baseball works, right?
Yes, I understand. But
you realize a pitcher can give up 12 runs without one of them being earned.
I bet 2 this year, and I've lost both, and I just need to see it. I need to see for my own eyes what happened. I need to see it. And the shots are someone like Rocco Rogers would know better than us about if unearned runs count. So it's going to be very interesting. And by the way, he's saying, Dabby, the point of the bet is if you think the pitcher is going deeper than 5.
Thank you for giving me an actual answer.
So there you go.
That makes sense.
I got better odds on the first 5 team total yesterday, but I mean, it obviously didn't need cash, so it didn't really matter. So, all right, let's stop talking about this game. Boston team total over 3.5 minus 130. Official for me. Don't piss me off, Red Sox. Please don't do this.
Bro, the people in the chat are talking about not being able to see certain people's comments. My shit's been doing that too. Click the button at the top of your phone, like where the YouTube thing is for the chat, and hit all messages because it's only showing whatever top messages are for some reason.
It also helps because Justin McElvey has Eric Jones blocked as well. That's also.
And they won't get on the show with us.
Yeah, they don't want to. We've asked them to reach out many a time. I don't hear anything from Eric Jones. I don't even hear anything from Justin McElvey. So we can dream. We can dream. Astros Rangers here. The Texas Bowl, the Blackout Bowl. A great game last night. Shout out to me for saying that the Astros would win, but I didn't bet it like a big cunt. But I did cash team total over 3.5, which was nice. We're back here again. Nathan Eovaldi, the ace, against Hunter Brown, who has struggled. But, Dabby, just flat answer. Who would you rather have for the rest of the season, Hunter Brown or Nathan Eovaldi?
Eovaldi.
I think I'd rather have Hunter Brown.
You said the rest of the season, not the rest of their career.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have Hunter Brown.
Wrong answer.
I think I'd rather have Hunter Brown. I think there's more of a chance of my guy Nathan Eovaldi breaking down than Hunter Brown. Younger.
I'm not worried about Hunter Brown breaking down. It's just
I'm worried about Nathan breaking down.
No, man, somebody who's never experienced the grind of this, bro, like the end of the season, I promise you the end of the season won't go good for Brown.
Let's see. I'm actually curious because
you even hear what I just said?
Yes, the end of the season won't go well for Hunter Brown.
Bro, you see it with even like people that start to extend it in the minors. Like he's never experienced a 162 game season.
So I looked this up for Yuri Perez the other day because I was curious. Yuri Perez has already hit his career high of innings in any league, ever. So I was like, okay, well that's interesting because we are obviously talking about if the Marlins can keep doing this, they'll be a dangerous team in the playoffs. Hopefully they have Yuri and Sandy, blah 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 blah. For ye old Astros here, the most innings that he has thrown is 106. He is at 87 currently. So something to keep an eye out there. Whenever those pitchers hit their over and their career high in innings, like Dabby Cab says, the arm gets there, their fatigue gets there. So it's definitely a good spot to start fading pitchers, but something to look out for. Dabby, I wanted to hear your take here because I obviously think the Astros win this game, and I was looking at team total again here, and I might bet the money line. I would like to hear your take. Why is this total so low? Because I feel like every Rangers game this year has been 9, 9.5, et cetera, et cetera. I was just shocked to see the total here.
Both starters are going to give up between 2 and 4 runs still. Watch. I seriously think that. That's why the first 5, you can't really find a regular price on 4. It's still going to be 4.5 everywhere, pretty much, I'm guessing.
And you know what's shocking, Cap? 45% of the bets, 91% of the money on the under. You know,
man, that don't make any sense, man.
I thought
people don't understand. I don't care if the roof's closed. They don't understand what it's like in Texas right now.
Hot as fuck.
It's hot. Exactly. I don't give a. It's still going to be hot as a motherfucker in there. That ball is going to carry like crazy, man. I don't know. I don't get it here. Look, what I do think here is I think that the Rangers, I wouldn't sell out on them making the playoffs. Like, you know, I'm not like completely against your thoughts on saying they won't, but I think they've got the clubhouse, the mentality, the coaching. I'm a big fan of Maddox. I was talking about that yesterday with Jimmy, and I think they've got the lineup. And, you know, you saw who they got yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was a good trade for them. Shout out to them. Aroldis Chapman going to the Rangers. That was a good note there. By the way, Jack, I'm getting the numbers from the Action Network. It's not the numbers are not from yesterday, Jack. I love you. These are numbers from today, right now, as accurate as they get because we're live right now. But Aroldis Chapman is a good, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to call him a fucking excellent closer or whatever, because he's still a head case. And if everything's not like according to him and his way, I'm sure that, you know, he'll probably fucking throw a bitch fit. But he's the best reliever they have now.
Anyways, I was reading the chat, but I'll get back to what I was saying here. I think that they are a pretty good team from top to bottom still. I think their lineup is going to continue hitting. I think they've hit that. For people saying like the team is going to regress, this month has been that month or last month was that regression month. I want to say they were like 14 and 13 in the month. I don't have it in front of me. That was the month. If they can power through this right now, I think they're going to be okay. And I think this game right here, it's going to be a sold out crowd again. This whole series is completely sold out. I
didn't watch. I obviously didn't watch much of the game yesterday because of blackouts. Was it more Astros or more Rangers fans? Like a lot more Rangers fans?
For once, finally, yeah. Okay. And it was like a good environment. I mean, I think it's like why they built the fucking stadium, basically. Like, finally.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's cool. It's cool to actually finally see. And I don't know, man. I think this is a good spot. It worries me because I've seen the line go from like minus 140 all the way down to minus 120 on the Rangers here. I got in at minus 125 on the first 5. I bet on them. If I can get the over 4, I'm going to bet that also. But I've only been able to get 4.5 when I've looked. I'm pissed because the 4.5 became available right before the game yesterday at a decent price too, at like minus 120. I mean, I would like a little better, but that's something I'll bet. The 4.5 was open right before the game at that price.
Rob Free, by the way, saying all the money on the under and the line has moved to 8. Over.
Yeah, it's going to go over. First 5 over. I'm going to be on the first 5 over. I told myself if I get a decent price on 4, I'm going to hammer it. I don't give out units. Everything I track is at 1 unit, bet to win 1 unit. But if I get 4 at a decent price, just know that I'm fucking hammering it.
Rocco got the over 7.5. This opened at 7.5. I gotta be on the over here with you. I think I'll take first 5. Yeah, I don't know. God fucking damn it! I sit here and
I agree with Mickey. I was thinking that last night. I was like, it's going to be a game of overs today, man.
By the way, Dabby Cab, you know I don't think the Rangers are going to make the playoffs still. Rangers, and this is the first time that I can actually bet this now on Bet Online. Rangers to not make the playoffs plus 300. So I very
plus 300.
Plus 300. Yep. It's not that high. Yesterday it was a plus 325. And I was like, okay, you know, maybe. But I'm hoping to get plus at least like 5 at some point. But I really don't think they're going to make the playoffs, guys. And I've been saying that for a while now. So we'll see. Hey. EQ asking me why I don't think Texas is going to make it. I'll put it like
he's a hater. He just like it's honestly he's just saying that because he thinks it bothers me, but it doesn't.
No, I'm being 100% serious. There's no Dabby Cab troll in this at all. I don't think they win their division. I've said that from the start.
No, chill out. Don't you backtrack. You said you don't think they make the playoffs. Those are two
Oh,
different
okay. Well,
comments.
wait, hold on. Let me finish. I don't think they win their division. I think the Astros win this division. And if they don't win the division, they're not going to make the playoffs. The AL wild card is fucking stiff. And guess what? All three of the fucking AL East teams are going to be right there with them. Orioles, Yankees, Blue Jays. The Angels are actually competent for the fucking
I don't.
first time in their
All
lives.
I need today is for the Rangers to win this fucking first 5 and probably to hit the over because I'm probably betting that also. First 5 over.
Yeah, I just, and here's the thing. If they fall off, because the Astros right now are the third wild card team. If they fall off and they're only a half game up on the Blue Jays, they have to win this division. They just have to. And I don't think they will. And I'm not going to count out the fucking, I don't know how many ALCSs they've been to now in the row, 6. So I'm not going to count those fuckers out. So that's basically why. If they don't win this division, they don't make the playoffs. Full game over here for me. Over 8 in this game. Again, I cannot believe this total is so low and everyone's betting.
Do you have the lines in front of you?
Yes, I can pull up multiple.
Is there a 4 in the first 5 yet?
Let me pull it up for you, Dabby Cat, because the Action Network, and that's, again, if you guys were wondering, that's what what I am using for odds and such. Can pull up odds, and I can only total. Here we go. Unfortunately, I can't get first 5 totals for you. I can only look up on Bovada and Bet Online.
That's okay. I'll look after the. Well, Twitter might not be working, so you guys might not get it. Who knows? But what I bet will get what still matters to me. So I might be on the over first 5. I'm going to be on the Rangers first 5.
4.5 even money at Bet Online right now. Just a heads up there. What were you looking for? What number were you looking for at least?
I mean, the total's at 8. If they would give me a 4, that would be fucking awesome, but they don't for a reason.
Well, Bovada has a 4 at -120.
Okay, see, they fucked up there. I might
So
bet that.
Joey Harb just mentioned it as well there.
Yeah, I'll probably bet that. I will very likely bet that.
Okay. You know what? I'll goddamn. I'm gonna triple up on this stupid fucking game, and I'm gonna be so angry again, Debbie. What the last time you heard me say that was the fucking.
And I told you not to bet it. I'm not telling you not to this time.
Yeah, and I was furious. I
was on the Rangers first 5 -1, and you were on the first 5 under 4, and the Rangers scored 6 runs.
Yeah. Oh yes, it was Wentz. Yes, and I hope you imagined me just pacing around, just fucking furious because
I didn't send you a text message because I'm not that.
I would have pissed me off. So
I know that's why. Look, if I didn't like you, I would have texted you. So you should remember that. If there's no way I wouldn't have texted you if I didn't like you.
Thank you for your service. I appreciate it because I would have been extremely, extremely angry if you did that. So I appreciate that. Over 4 -120 first 5, over 8 full game -105 for me, and I'm taking the Astros money line here as well. Astros money line, real quick. Sorry. +118.
Well, now I hope you lose because you're on the other side. I'm on the Rangers first 5, so I hope you lose.
Well, I hope you cash your first 5, and I will cash full game here as well.
Okay.
Son of a bitch pen is fucking running out of ink. I need to go by the fucking store and buy more pens. Look at me. I've been running through office supplies like I'm a fucking teacher here now. Shout out to Say Hey Plays going to written form and not using my iPad anymore. All right. Tripled up there on that game. Sorry we're taking long on these games, but as Jimmy would say, these games mean a lot because this is real money and we want to fucking win. Minnesota, Baltimore, next game on our slate. We went through 4 games in 40 minutes. My God.
That's not good.
That's not. Bailey Ober versus Kyle Bradish here. To keep it short and sweet here, Dabby, I had nothing on this game. After watching the Twins beat the shit out of the Orioles and everyone being on the Orioles yesterday, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not betting this series. I don't know what's going to happen in this series. I'm obviously a little biased because I love Pablo Lopez. I think the Twins, I'm the only person in the world that thinks the Twins are going to win this division still. And I don't like betting against AL East teams and against other divisions, especially the worst division in baseball, especially when this is the number 1 wild card team is too. So pass game for me.
Yeah, this is a game that I'm not going to be on either. I'll talk about it real quick, but first the chat, man. You guys are all that matter, man. We got over 180 people in here rocking with us, so shout out to all you guys. Steve G, Jay Stone, Joey Har, Brantz. I saw Akbar up there said favorite show and favorite people. Shout out to you, my guy. We appreciate all you, man. If you haven't, hit that like button. It helps us get in the algorithm.
By the way, by the way, I'm looking at Justin McAfee's comments now. I love you, Justin. I can see your comments. I just have not been looking that much. I appreciate you, my man.
Jose's too busy adding bets that he wasn't going to add.
Yeah, yes, that's literally what I'm doing. I'm too busy writing down these bets to make after the show and everything. So
you know how many I've added and I've wanted to? I've added maybe one. Because it's called, I hope you win. You're going to win, except for the Houston one. This game, man, here, I'm not in this. Neither of these teams have been playing great as of late. Twins 4-6, their last 10 going into this series. Orioles 3-3 at their last homestand here. Both of these teams are kind of scuffling, and I think ready for the break here. This is a tough one for me. Maybe under if I was going to bet it, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
Rance likes the under. The Juice likes the nerfy. BJ saying Orioles are past huge moves. Troy dropped in that there's a huge move towards the O's despite money on the other side. Let's talk to the Action Network about that real quick. Oh, my God. 61% of bets on the Orioles, but only 15% of money on them. 85% of the money on the Twins, 39% of bets. And like you guys said, a big move towards the Orioles. Imagine making that gigantic bet on the Twins, and then the fucking market's like, fuck you, dude. We don't give a fuck. Here's a better price so you can bet it again. Jeez. Fuck that. First three is tempting for Jack Rosenblatt there. And Steve G is correct. My Sandy Bulbous is mighty raw now after that game. Mighty, mighty raw. Brown's Hughes -1 there for -106. By the way, can someone please drop a new -1 calculator, please? Because I would love to have a new -1 calculator because I cannot get -1s normally. Please and thanks. I would appreciate that. All right, let's move on from this game. I agree here as well. I'd be on the Orioles, but I will pass. No thank you here. It'd be definitely a big bounce back spot for them. Nationals, Phillies, Wheeler versus Mackenzie Gore here. Mackenzie Gore back on the bump. And yesterday with Josiah Gray, cash first 5 for everyone that bet it. It's every single time when Josiah Gray and Mackenzie Gore come on the bump, I always want to bet, and that's first 5. And I typically do. I didn't yesterday. I'm probably not going to here today. June 3rd, Mackenzie Gore went against these Phillies. 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, and a 4-2 loss. Zach Wheeler, if you covered up both these guys' last starts against these teams, you'd think these are switched. Zach Wheeler's last start at the Nationals, 3 2/3, 8 hits, 7 earned runs. Jesus. Horrible. A 7-8 loss there. I mean, I obviously expect him to come out here and shove. I just don't know if I can trust Mackenzie Gore to do it again. So I definitely thought first 5 under here, but I ended up passing as well. Market-wise, real quick before I pass it to Cab, 87% of the bets and 90% of the money on the Phillies here. And totals, 59% of bets and 52% of the money on the under there. What do you think here, Dabby?
Look, I don't like I told you people, but I've been saying the Phillies, I think they're going to be a team to watch that's going to turn it around. And, they've won 18 of their last 23 overall. That they're doing it right now. Like, it's happening. It's not something that's going to happen. It's actually happening right now. You said it. Gore was on the mound against Philly when they won 4-2. He only gave up 3 runs in 6 innings in that start, so he did well. But you look at Zach Wheeler, he's somebody that I think a lot of people have probably lost money on this year. I don't have his money, like what he's done for people in front of me, but I think we expected a lot more, but he's actually turned it around of late. He's looked like he's in better form. He's allowed just 7 earned runs over the last 4 starts, and that's over 24 in 2/3 innings. And the Phillies have won each of those 4 games. So the Phillies are getting behind him, giving him the run support when he pitches well. So the tides have started to turn, and that's why you see his record now at 6-4. But I know if you remember, it was seemed disastrous before those last 4 wins that he got in a row here. I just think there's a spot where Philly's going to beat up on Washington. I liked Gray, and I liked Washington yesterday. I don't like them today. I think that this line's right where it should be, which isn't something I really want to bet. So,
shout out to Justin McAfee. Stacks play of the day is the shortstop for the Philadelphia Phillies, over 1.5 bases there, -115. Justin, I almost didn't mention it because of who that person is, but I am a bigger man, and I appreciate you dropping your action in there. Joey Harb.
What do you mean by what he just said? Harp is. I don't have his batting average in front of me, but he's got to at least be hitting still like 280 or something, isn't he?
Who, the shortstop for the Phillies?
No, Bryce Harper. Ranch just said Harper's bad this year. Let me pull it up. Hold on, I got it.
Well, let's just be honest. The fucking dude came back from Tommy John. Just give the
What's
guy
his batting average. Where is he? He's hitting 283. He's still hitting 283. I know his slugging numbers are down, but
what's
anybody that hits 283 in the big leagues is good. I don't know what you mean. It's not bad.
What's his OPS?
Huh?
What's his OPS?
Man, I just closed it. Seriously.
Okay. Never mind. Don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it. Joey Harb mentioning to check the weather, and he is right. The weather is interesting in this game. 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing straight out to center field here. So any illusions of an under are gone for me. And honestly, I could see an over happening in this game because of that wind as well, getting it to go over. I looked at Philly's team total, honestly. I know Mackenzie Gore is good, but hopefully a second time around, seeing him would be great. And I looked up the totals here, and 4.5 is -130. 2.5 first 5 is -110. So I thought that was very interesting there. If I had to make a bet on this game, that would be it as well. Rain as well in the forecast.
What would be your bet?
Philly's first 5 team total over 2.5.
What's the juice on that?
-110.
I don't hate that at all. I was thinking maybe you could get that. Look, I've had immense success with -1s. I don't bet them a ton, like maybe once a week, but when the line is way juiced on the first 5 run line and the -0.5 a run, I just take -1, and I've had success with it this year. Like I said, I know some of the OGs in the chat said that they didn't bet -1s ever in the first 5, and they didn't like that, but everybody's different. It's worked for me, so that's all that really matters.
Exactly. And by the way, Mackenzie Gore over 2.5 runs, earned runs, -115. No, I was over outs. Excuse me. His is -135 for over 2.5 earned runs. So makes me feel better there as well. BJ dropping in that huge move on the Pirates, and we're going to talk about them right now. What a game. So I had 3 statement games last night. It was the Brewers beating the Pirates, the Astros, and the Braves. 2 of those 3 were great, and I was looking fucking perfect with the Milwaukee Brewers. And then Carlos Slamtana came up and hit, honestly, one of the best walk-off home runs of the year. I don't know if you saw his dance into the home plate, too. That's going to be
no, that was sick, man. That home run was just and I felt it because I didn't know you were on him. I guess I fucking missed
I wasn't
that.
on him. I just said I thought they were going to beat the shit out of him.
Our guy Moose was, and I was like, fuck. I felt bad for Moose.
Yeah, it was brutal. I felt bad. I feel bad for any Milwaukee Brewers backers there, but it's just like, what can you do? It's just tough there. By the way, so let's talk about this because it's Corbin Burns versus our guy here. Let me see, Johan Oviedo, and I want to double check the large move here because everyone's saying there's been a large move.
I expected so much more out of Oviedo this year, man.
Wow, it's -135 now. It was -145 for me last night. The line just keeps on steadily chugging towards the Pirates here. It's very interesting. Wow, I cannot believe that. Money line market-wise, let's see it. And every day it seems this is the case. Every day, 52% of bets, 91% of the money on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Just every day, there's just bigger bets on the Pirates. I don't understand it, but it seems like the Pirates will be taking home a dub here against Corbin Burns here. Now, how do we bet it? Because Johan, He's been disappointing for the year, but his last 2 starts, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run against the Marlins, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against the Cubs. He just got literally 0 run support in both those games. So he's had 2 good starts back to back, just no runs. And Corbin Burns has not been good this year. Not at all. 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs against the Guardians. Against the Diamondbacks, 7 earned runs, 5 earned runs, 5 innings. I guess it's the Pirates or nothing here, but I'm passing.
Yeah, I'm not betting this game. I don't know, man. Rancet Oviedo stinks. Yeah. I just thought he would come back and be better. Pirates have won 4 of their last 6 games, so the people backing them like in this small term have been successful, I guess. 3 of their last 4 home games. They're not doing shit offensively really at the moment. They put up 21 runs in their last 3 home games. So they've been good there. I'm trying to find some more numbers that support them, but Burns has a lot of experience against this Pirates team here. He's 6-1 in his 8 starts against the Pirates. I just don't like this game, man. I got a lot of different numbers that could push me either way if I go through them, so I don't like this one really.
Agreed here. Let's move on. Nothing here for us. I would probably agree. And by the way,
maybe under, man. Maybe under. The Brewers struggle offensively. Recent games, they've put 10 runs up in their last 3 games. So it's not.
Yeah, that's
not doing much.
That's not them. I agree with you there. My feeling is just because the money is all over the Pirates doesn't indicate them winning necessarily. They're still dogged, and the Brewers are still juiced -140. I mean, it's coming down, but you're right about that, Jack. You're right about that. I had that feeling yesterday with the Giants. I bet the Giants a lot the night before at -117. I woke up, it was -140. I was like, yeah, I made a great bet. Yeah. And they were fucking down the whole game. And I was so angry again. And then thank God the gambling god said, you will win. And a 3-run home run from Patrick Bailey was awesome.
There's another spot that I like a lot on the board, but, at our pace, we'll be there tomorrow.
True. White Sox A's, there was no line for this game. I don't know who's pitching. Is Dylan Cease pitching? I don't know anything about this game, so I passed. Cab?
Okay.
Same? Next?
Yeah, next. Come on, man.
Yeah. We're on a slow pace today, lad, so we have to speed it up. So I didn't have anything in this game, like I said.
It might be a slow pace, but we've got a hella active chat today. Like I said earlier, shout out to you guys in the chat. Don't be lazy. Hit the fucking like button.
Yes, we appreciate you guys. Like I said, I don't know who the fuck's pitching. Apparently, BJ says it's Kyle Muller. I don't know. I just next. Yeah, no, thank you. Good game. Marlins Braves here. I am so fucking excited to watch Yuri Perez versus this Braves lineup. So excited. One, easily the biggest test of his career so far. Not even close.
I thought about answering with him on Wednesday when you asked me my pitcher question.
He wouldn't be a bad choice. Wouldn't be a bad choice. Best pitcher in the world right now, maybe. 6 innings, shutout 3 straight times. But again, let's see here. I want to look up his career innings. He is at. I need a 41 plus 37. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he's officially, like I said earlier, over his career high in innings pitched for his career already. He threw 47 so far in the majors, 31 in the minors this year, and his career high is 75 innings pitched last year. So I'm going to be watching Yuri like a hawk.
It's not time yet. I mean, even if he gets hit today, it's not time yet, but it's going to happen.
I'm going to watch him like a fucking hawk because, again, I don't want him to get shut down, but the Marlins need to sit him. They need to send him on the IL so he can chill. I want him to pitch in the postseason. I think he has to pitch in the postseason if you're a Marlins fan. But how are they going to do it? I don't know. And Dabby, I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. I think the Braves beat the fuck out of the Marlins here again. I think the Braves are just the best team in baseball. It's not even
they are the best team in baseball.
I think this is the best lineup that Yuri Perez has seen. And I
or
think
the Rays. The Rays are pretty damn good too.
that's true, but I think the Braves are better. But I just think it's just one of those. Just get to them early. They'll take them out and after like the third inning, and then it's just the Marlins bullpen for pain. Even if he does pitch well in this game, let's say he goes his 6 shutout innings again, the rest of that game, they get fucking crushed. The Braves will dominate this Marlins bullpen up and down. By the way, Mike, I haven't even looked at the market movement for this yet. Home road dog, or public road dog, I should say. Everyone humping Perez today.
That's an interesting choice of words, Mike.
I like it. Market 46% of bets, 74% of the money on the Marlins here. I really and this is dropped respectfully. Minus 175 last night, now minus 1.
Hey, this is such an important game for him. This is his chance. Look, I would lean with the Braves too. I agree. I lean the Braves. I think they get the job done here. But if he does go out there and shove just one more time before the All-Star break,
oh, it would be great. The Marlins fans would just be on the top of the world.
All 40 of them.
Yeah, I know, right? All 40 of them. By the way, did you sing? What do you guys think of the like 5.5K prop line for Perez over under? I mean, I think he gets crushed, so I would probably go under. But Sharpie is the guy to go to for the player props and K props, obviously. So our expertise is not the best in that area. I will say that. Yesterday, I was pissed off that I didn't bet this, but I think he gets crushed here. So I'm going to take the not the Astros, the Braves run line here, and I might even go look at his ERAs here. So
if you really think he gets smashed, why are you going run line with the home team instead of first 5?
Well, let's find out here, Debbie Cab. I want to look at the odds here before we make any movements and many bets. Obviously, a home team run line, it's not the best. I remember we have these conversations. Oh my God, dude! First 5's only minus 110 for the minus a half. I mean, I guess because of Yuri. I guess.
What would you think it would be? I mean, it's a minus 164 game. You bet full games mostly.
Well, I just thought it would be higher because the Braves are just getting disrespected right now. And again, I know it's Yuri Perez, but this is the best team in baseball. And I can't wait for Yuri Perez to fucking shove this down my stupid face. But I really think he gets touched up here today. Welcome to the fucking big leagues moment here. So this is very interesting. By the way, BJ dropping another big move on the Mets. Minus 127, now minus 150 almost. And 50.
Mike, I was specifically I love it when people question, especially fucking people we know. I was specifically questioning him because his exact words were that he thinks Perez gets lit up today. So I said, if you think he gets lit up, why wouldn't you bet the first 5? Not what I think I would bet. What he said.
No, I think the biggest advantage. The biggest advantage we have is the Braves lineup versus the Marlins bullpen. So I think I don't want to take full game or full game home team run lines because we lose in that bat, obviously. So I'm going to bet the Braves in some form or fashion here. I think it will be a team total, and I have to pay the juice for it. 4.5 minus 130. Not my favorite thing. I'm going to check Bovada because Bovada, the one thing Bovada does well is team totals. You can get multiple of them, Johns, at any price you want. Well, not any price, but they give you multiple options, which is great. 4.5 minus 135, 5 minus 105. Yeah, I'll take the 4.5. 4.5 team total for the Atlanta Braves, minus 130 for me, Dabby. Do you have anything else?
No.
All right, beautiful.
I'll pay attention to this game. I think this is an exciting game to watch.
Yes, and obviously we've not mentioned Chucky Morton in any of this conversation, and we're taking too long on these games anyways, but I think he does fine today. You know, it'll be like 6 innings, 3 earned runs, you know, something like that. Just a very normal kind of standard ass Charlie Morton start. Maybe I consider over in this game here as well. First 5 full game overs. But I do think Chucky can pitch well. So Braves team total over 4.5 minus 131 official there for me. Yes, let's start rolling here, BJ. Giants Mets. No action for me here because of how good Justin Verlander is. But normally in this whole month, I guess, has been who are the Mets playing? Like Rocco says, click button, fade the Mets. But I had nothing here with Justin Verlander. I know you love old men, so what do you have here?
I don't know why you got to make everything. Your thing's go. Not yay. I didn't mean it like that, but I mean.
Here we go.
Anyways, all right. So Justin Verlander. Am I fucking lagging? Am I good?
You're good right now.
Okay. So I bet on the Mets last time he pitched, and I got a 1-0 victory at the end of 5. I was on the first 5, and I paid really close attention, man. He looked like shit. He tiptoed around getting outs the entire time. I got so lucky that the Brewers suck and can't hit. The only reason I got fucking money for that bet is because the Brewers suck. It wasn't because Verlander pitched well. He got out of the situations, which I appreciate. That's the vet in him. But I don't know, man. I didn't like it. His fastball was down a tick. He can't locate his changeup right now, which is so fucking important for him. Verlander's notoriously had that changeup right on the outside corner to righties to get him out forever, and he can't throw it right now. So I'd stay away from this personally for that reason alone, because I'm not going against Verlander because I know what he can do on any given day, but I'm not betting him right now.
Agreed. I'm not betting him, but more money on the Mets here. 50-50 ticket split, 76% of the money on the Mets here. And everyone on the over in this game as well. 81% of the bets and 91% of the money on the over here as well. So very interesting. Very interesting. Woo, Kenny Woo. That's, maybe it is according to the market, but I had nothing on it, so I want nothing to do with it. Cleveland Guardians, Chicago Cubs, Tanner Bybee, Marcus Stroman coming off one of his worst starts of his season. 6 runs, only 3 of them earned. He's obviously a better pitcher than that, and this game honestly had under written all over it. I just don't trust Tanner Bybee at all here, Mr. Dabby Cab. Market-wise, for the total here, so we can get a bit of an indication, 50-50 ticket split, 55% of the bets on the under there. Allegedly, according to Action, it opened at 7.5 and now is an 8. So not the best feeling there if you want to bet the under. And everyone on the Cubs here on Marcus Stroman Day, 70% of the bets, 95% of the money on the Cubs. And I had this opened at minus 140 last night, Cap, and now it's minus 135 on Bovada. So if I'm picking a side, it's honestly the Guardians, but I had nothing on this game.
Yeah, shout out Kelly. She said I'm rolling with the Giants. Verlander is getting too old. He is, man, but those growth hormones, they sure work wonders these days. That's all. He just doesn't look normal if you ever pay attention. But anyways, off that. Man, this is one of those situations where I think the public might get it right. I know everybody's hammering the Cubs here. But I mean, I think that's the only way I would look. I'm not going to bet this just because Stroman, as good as he is, I swear every time I bet him, it's kind of like it's like the Blue Jays not hitting when I bet on the Blue Jays. Like Stroman doesn't pitch well when I bet on him. But the Cubs overall, they've split their last 8 games, which isn't great, but their home games, they've won 6 of their last 11. So a little above 500 there. They're playing well offensively at home. They put up 21 runs in their last 4 home games. I think they'll do well in this one against Beebe. Honestly, he struggled this year, and especially in recent games. He's given up 11 runs in his last 3 starts, and 12 runs in his last 3 road starts. I think this is another spot where the Cubs are going to be able to put up some runs. And if they give Stroman run support, of course I like the Cubs. So I would look Cubs here too. Sometimes the public gets it right. I don't look into that as much as some people. I cap the matchups and the players more, but
Interesting notes here from the chat. We're getting a lot of love for the Cubs, not surprising. By the way, Gerald Jones mentioning off a blister Stroman is very interesting as well. Stroman is his ace of the staff and the line's dropping. Interesting there. BJ saying Guardians are pass. Kelly mentioning Cubs run line. And by the way, Rocco Rogers saying Giants full game.
This is one of those games where it's like, for me, like I would maybe look first 5 over here, but it's all predicated on Stroman. Like I think Beebe gets hit. I really do. I think the Cubs put some runs up on him. I don't know what Stroman's going to do.
Okay. Yeah, pass game for me. I lean Guardians. Nothing here for us here. Let's go to Dodgers, Royals. Another really easy pass game. Julio Urias coming back off a hamstring. I expect him to do well. Daniel Lynch, whatever. This is just an easy. I'm surprised these games aren't minus 300s, honestly. So nothing here for me.
I agree, man. I'm shocked it's not like more. Maybe it's just because he's coming back. I'm not betting this. I know this. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm not even going to voice what I was about to say. I'm not betting this.
Yeah, no, and we can mention real quick that the Dodgers are 7th best against lefties this year, 111 weighted runs created plus, while the Royals are 4th worst, 85 weighted runs created plus full season. So they're just bad. This month, 2nd worst is kind of an easy drop-in spot for Julio Urias. And by the way, unlike Michael Wacha, who didn't take a rehab start, shockingly enough, he did 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 8 Ks, 1 walk. So I expect Julio Urias to shove here. Next game that I bet last night, and I'm glad it's moved a little bit. Oh, good. Hopefully we're on the same side here. I'm on Tampa Bay money line minus 120. I actually bet this before Tampa Bay scored 8 runs in the 8th inning to really blow that game out, which is really funny. Here again, we can talk about how the Seattle Mariners are one of the more disappointing teams in baseball, et cetera, et cetera. I believe it. But the Rays are just good. Just that good. And I'll take the Rays at a bettable price against the Mariners every time almost, especially when they've had 2 great pitchers on the bump. McClanahan last night, Glass now here. So I took it early. I took it minus 120. It's up to minus 125. I was hoping it would be up even higher, but no. We'll see, because them getting shit pumped at the last part of the game and the fans booing them off, maybe that gives them a little motivation to come back here. But I believe in Glass now. Their lineup isn't good, so I took full game money line there for the Tampa Bay Rays. Dabby Cab, what do you think?
I was on the Rays first 5 money line yesterday, which did not cash, but I was also on the Rays first 5 over, or the first 5 over in this game yesterday, which cashed very easily. The total's right back down there at 7. Again, I think that anytime you can get the Tampa Bay Rays at 3.5 on a team total when you're getting all 27 outs is a good bet. Something might be going on with this game. If anybody can shut the Rays down, it would be Kirby. I mean, he's got the stuff to do it, but still, yesterday the bullpen got taxed. This was a game that it was late at night last night, and I wasn't able to actually watch it. I was just looking through my phone. Did both pitchers come out hurt last night? McClanahan and fucking
I didn't see McClanahan come out hurt. I didn't see that part of it. When Fucker came out with blisters, I turned off the game in anger and I started working on tomorrow. So I didn't see McClanahan's.
Okay, so what I was going to get at basically is Seattle's bullpen got work done yesterday. And as good as their bullpen is, I think they got a little bit. Both left early. Okay, that's what I thought. As good as their bullpen is, I mean, I think they got a little bit taxed, and this is the Rays, so I'm on the Rays team total over 3.5. I might bet the first 5 over in this one also. I would worry a little bit about Glass now. I think he's going to continue regressing a little bit, but the Mariners aren't that great at the plate.
Man, I'm excited to watch Glass now go. I'm very excited. So Rays full game for me. That the lineup will not quit. Will not quit. Did he really re-injure his back?
Jim and I were saying that there's no way that they would throw him if he wasn't like perfectly healthy. So, he was. I wonder how he was throwing fucking 99 miles an hour. So his velo was fine. He couldn't get the ball down, which literally leads straight to the back. Like that's the first thing you think. So,
yeah, he can't bend down or whatever.
He's not fucking finishing his pitches is what it tells you. I wasn't watching, so I didn't visually see that. I'm just saying.
God, what idiots. Why would
I don't know why you would pitch him. If he's
Yeah.
not absolutely without question 100% okay, I wouldn't pitch him. I just unplug my shit.
Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, and he was getting crushed last night too. So, all right. Well, let's move on from that game. Fun times there. And again, sorry, this show has kind of run a little long here. Tigers Rockies. I didn't even see any pitchers. I didn't see a single pitcher listed for this game. I didn't want to bet on it regardless, but I found it hilarious. This is the first game all year that I literally have not seen a pitcher listed, and I don't know if any are out. So if any are out, put them out there. If you have any bets on this game, put them out there in the chat. We'll shout them out. But I had nothing on this game at all. Dabby Cab had nothing as well.
No. If this was last year, I would have been on the Rockies yesterday. But, this year I've made a profit by staying off people like Gomber and teams like the Rockies.
Good. Shout out to you there. Last game on the card, Diamondbacks Angels. Man, I never know what to do with the Angels, Dabby Cab. I really don't. I don't know how good they are. I want them to be good. I want them to be in the playoff mix, at least for Ohtani's sake. But admittedly, I do kind of want them to fall off, so he for sure leaves.
I mean, they're not as good as the Rangers.
It's probably true, but I don't. You know what? I don't know about that. As I sit here and I think about that, I mean, pitching staff wise, Evaldi, fucking Sandoval. Well, I guess Ohtani is the number one. And that's obviously a dub there.
You can give the pitching to them maybe by a very slight edge, but the offenses aren't even close.
I think the Rangers are like the first best offense, second best offense. I think the Angels are top 10.
I don't think so.
Top 10 is
they fall off at the bottom half of their lineup.
And that's true. And they obviously, it'd be nice if they were actually healthy for once in their fucking lives.
It makes such a difference, man, when you have like even just 2. 3 is where it really hurts. But if you even just 2 hitters that are, those people that fucking sit around like 210 or 190 at the bottom of the lineup, just those shit. And the Angels have that. And, that's what the Rangers don't have. If you look at their lineup from top to bottom, you're not getting an easy out.
No, unless you're the Houston Astros. Well, Dabby, I had nothing on this one. I thought the total of 10 here is a little ridiculous. I agree with Jack. Rosenblatt is there. And first 5 under for Rants. I respect both these teams. I like both these teams. I don't think their offenses are that good. And I know that Ryan Nelson and Tyler Anderson do not inspire confidence. But Ryan Nelson coming off 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run against the Giants. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs against Milwaukee. Not bad at all. And Tyler Anderson is just kind of fine in his own right, too. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs against the Rockies, and 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs against the Royals is just kind of fine. So yeah, both these pitchers are actually there's 0 WAR pitchers. Like they're very replacement level average. And I want nothing to do with this game, unfortunately. So I passed here as well. Eric Jones mentioning a good stat here. Overs are 10-3 to the over when the team's playing away, coming off of 3 unders there in the last 2 years, blah, blah, blah. Shout out to you there. Beautiful. Anything here for you, Dabby?
I get it's a lot of runs, so I get why you guys are talking about the under, I guess. But, I think this could be a fucking scoring fest here on both sides. And if it's going to be that, I kind of would lean towards the Diamondbacks. I mean, but the Angels in the last, 2 weeks, they've got 153 runs created plus against right-hand pitching in the last couple of weeks. So they've been on fire there. But you look at this lineup, they've got some experience against Anderson for the Diamondbacks. Marte, 12 for 27 with 6 doubles and a couple of home runs there. Ahmed, 10 for 26 with a pair of doubles and 2 home runs also. Walker, 7 for 26 with 3 doubles and a home run against Anderson. So, I mean, really, I don't do a ton of props here, but I would look at the Diamondbacks, the player props for the Diamondbacks here heavy if I was going to bet this. Maybe just a team total at 4.5 because I bet that's what it is.
Yeah, shout out to Corbin Carroll as well there. All right, let's recap our action, Dabby Cab. And by the way, I'm sure you haven't looked at this, but the awards this season, Debbie Cap, they're all like basically locked up, except for Cy Young. Both of the MVPs are already decided. Essentially, the only thing that can stop Ronald Acuna from winning MVP is an injury, and we pray every day that that does not happen. Rookie of the Year for the National League is locked up. Corbin Carroll has that just noose. Even Ellie De La Cruz could do whatever he wants, and Corbin Carroll will still win the MVP or the Rookie of the Year, which is crazy. And obviously, AL MVP has been locked up since Shohei Ohtani stepped on this continent. So let's recap action here. And by the way, I'm still circling Rangers to not make the playoffs, plus 300. Don't know. I don't think I will bet it today, but I'm admitting that I would love the Astros to sweep them here, get close back into this race, and then it'll be a shittier odds. So I might have to take it today. So we'll see. But my card here officially, and I've got a pretty girthy card now. 3 money lines to start this off. Tampa Bay, minus 120. Houston, plus 118. Cardinals, minus 117 there. Atlanta Braves, team total over 4.5, minus 131. Boston Red Sox, team total over minus 130. 3.5 there, minus 130. And the Rangers, Astros double ups on the over there. Over 8, minus 105. Over 4, first 5, minus 120.
So how many bets was that? 7?
I think so, yes. Yes, it was 7.
Man, I like a lot of them, though. Sometimes I don't like your card as much. I think you got this, dude. I think you're going to bounce back and get positive. Me, Rangers first 5, money line minus 121. That looks like it's moved to 128 where I got the 121. But I still like it, obviously. And I think I'm going to add the first 5 over 4 with the Rangers. I haven't done it yet. I've only bet the first 5 money line. I think I'm going to add the first 5 over 4 with the Rangers. And then also, because they just all that money on the under and the line just keeps coming down. That doesn't make any fucking sense, especially when I think there's going to be runs anyways. So yeah, I'm going to bet that. I'm going to bet that over 4 in the first 5. And then also the Tampa Bay Rays team total over 3.5. That was a minus 125.
All right. Beautiful work there, Dabby Cab. I appreciate you for joining me as always. Lovely Saturday. What are you about to get up to on your Saturday?
I'm about to go to the lake, man.
Is this your fishing day?
No, Vic bailed, man. Shout out to Vic. He bailed on it. Last minute, too. I had everything set up. I was paying for his gas, his food. I had, some good
Where's
smoke.
T?
Do what?
You should have asked T.
I know, but Vic didn't let me know until like 2 days before. 3 days before.
You should text T right now. Hey, you want to come up to Dallas?
I don't think he can get here in time. And no, I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm just going to the lake, going to get in the water and drink and fucking ride jet skis and shit.
I'm Cab. You know this more than most people. I'm a gigantic pussy, just a gigantic pussy. Yeah. And I saw some snaps of some people riding jet skis. I was like, God damn, those things move fast. I wouldn't.
Never rode a jet ski?
No, I've never done that. No, I don't. I would fucking go like 20 miles an hour on that bitch. I'm too scared to go fast.
I don't think that's faster than you think. Come ride them. Come on.
That's I'll be a little scurred there, admittedly. But yeah, like I said, I'm a gigantic pussy, so I'd be just driving super slow.
Oh, I think of Kenny Powers every time I get on a jet ski, Mike M. Every single time.
I haven't watched Eastbound and Down in a while. I watched.
I thought you were about to say it all. I was like, what?
Oh, I know who Kenny Powers is. I fuck with Kenny Powers heavily. What he threw? Did he throw a ball and it hit someone and their eye popped out? Right?
I don't remember. I haven't watched that shit in a long time.
I need to watch Kenny Powers. So yes. By the way, Nasty Nate dropping a take Morales in UFC for sure. And by the way, Dabby, I don't know if he already messaged you, but Nasty Nate coming in September.
Nice.
So it'll be fun. I think he's coming to the Red Sox game. So
what the fuck did you just do? Don't do that.
He's coming to the Red Sox game, and we'll do some fishing there, and it'll be a whole lot of fun. I'll learn how to fish again. You know, I fished like 3 times in my life, and every time I've had to relearn how to fish.
So you're gonna come? You guys gonna come a day early?
Yeah, sure.
All right, good. And anybody can join us. Anybody in the chat that can join us for that game, come down.
Remember that game is September 18th.
Because you keep pushing it back.
You know, again, I'm not the schedule makers, unfortunately. And Dabby will be together as well earlier in that week for UTSA, Texas State. One of the better college football games you'll ever go to. Dabby,
probably not, but we're gonna make it fun.
It's gonna be fun indeed. Shout out to everyone in the chat: AOD, Rocco, Mike M, Nasty Nate, Jack, AOD, Rants, JPZ, Johnny K, Rick J, Dab Fam, Eric Jones. Eric Jones' best friend, Justin McElvey, wherever you are, my man. Topset, good morning to you, my man. Markel, Chris Salazar. Sorry, I'm thinking you're Hispanic immediately. Kelly McGinnis. Shout out to you, Kelly. Jacqueline Sanka in here as well a little bit. Daryl Turnell, Gerald Jones. Woo, woo, Kenny, woo. BJ, AOD, Christian Larson, all you guys, and even my guy, Cheshire Cat, the Squirrel Master. We appreciate you, my guy. Morgan Spooner as well. Shout out to you. Yeah, let's get after it. It's going to be a fun show. Tomorrow, by the way, and Kelly, thanks for watching. Catch us tomorrow. We'll be back here again, same time. The big Ragu joining us tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So it'll be a lot of fun. I love Ragu. It's nice having Ragu on Sundays because it's like on Sundays you just kind of sit back, relax. Ragu gives you that like Florida, like chill retirement vibe. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, of the guy who used to be a mob boss, it probably.
He used to be a DJ.
Oh, okay.
He used to be a DJ. Shout out to Saturated.
That's what he tells us.
True.
When I met him in person, he was dressed too fly. He had like.
I was shocked I was baffled at how like dapper Ragu looked when I first met him. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
He's painted some walls. That's all I'm saying. No, I'm just kidding.
And Cheshire Cat says, wait, why do you say it like that, Jose? I love you, Cheshire. I just know people have blocked you several times for whatever reason. And Cheshire, here's my guarantee, my man. I won't block you. But I love you, my man, Cheshire Cat. Shout out to you guys. Oh, God. Cheshire's going to fucking make me laugh for that for the rest of the day now. Appreciate everyone. We'll see you guys next time for another edition to Say Hey Plays. Again, tomorrow here. 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, whatever that is Pacific time. Because, again, I still do not do math. Say hey.
2 hours.
And we'll see you guys next time.